Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the World of Hyatt credit card. This is a credit card that happens to be issued by Chase. So I'm going to be going over the main features of this card, its pros as well as its drawbacks. So hopefully by the end of this video, you should have a much better idea of whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. But before we go ahead and dive into the main features of this card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Also, if you would like to receive a few free stocks in a pinned comment below as well as in the description box, I will be leaving a few different links where you can receive just that. Okay, so diving right into the main features of the World of Hyatt credit card. First off, we're going to be talking about how you can earn points with this credit card. So starting out, you can earn 4 bonus points per $1 spent on purchases at all Hyatt hotels. Plus, you can earn 5 additional base points from Hyatt per eligible dollar spent just for being a World of Hyatt member. Now, on top of that, you can also earn 2 points per dollar spent at restaurants, online air tickets purchased directly from the airline, local transit, commuting, fitness clubs, and gym memberships. And then on all the other transactions, you will be earning 1 point per dollar spent. Now, on top of all those points you're going to be earning, just for the first year alone, there is going to be some type of spend bonus. So if you're able to max out the spend bonus, you will be receiving 60,000 bonus points. Now you're going to be receiving 30,000 points after you spend $3,000 within the first 3 months if you're able to do so. And then you can receive 30,000 more points from the first $15,000 that you spend in the first 6 months. That's because you're going to be receiving 2 points per dollar spent rather than just the 1 point per dollar spent. So those two together, you are going to be earning 60,000 bonus points if you're able to achieve both of those things. Now, on top of the points that you're going to be accumulating with this card, as well as the spend bonus, there's also going to be some other benefits that you are going to be receiving as well. So for instance, you are going to be receiving a free night every year at any category 1 through 4 Hyatt hotel or resort after your card member anniversary, plus an extra night on top of that at any category 1 through 4 anniversary as well, if you're able to spend at least $15,000 in a calendar year. Now, keep in mind, you are not going to be receiving your free anniversary stay until after your first year. So right when you get this card, you're not going to get the free night. You will have to have the card for at least 1 year before you receive your free night. Now, if you're wondering what these categories mean, what does category 1 through 4 mean? Well, basically, straight from their website, 1 through 4 means up to 12,000 points per night, which is going to get you a pretty good hotel. It's not going to be anything extremely luxurious, but all in all, you can actually get a pretty good hotel and actually a pretty good location as well. Now, on top of that, you're also going to be getting some other perks as well. So just for instance, you can actually elevate your elite status, so you can receive World of Hyatt Discover status for as long as your account is open. You can also receive 5 qualifying night credits towards your next tier status every single year. And then you can earn 2 additional qualifying night credits every time you spend at least $5,000 on your card. Now, on top of that, you're also going to be receiving a lot of travel and purchase coverage as well. So just for instance, you're going to receive baggage delay insurance. So this is going to reimburse you for essential purchases like toiletries and clothing for baggage delays over 6 hours by passenger carrier, up to $100 a day for 5 days. You're also going to be receiving lost luggage reimbursement. So if you or an immediate family member check or carry on luggage that is damaged or lost by the carrier, you're going to be covered up to $3,000 per passenger. You're also going to be receiving trip cancellation / interruption insurance. So if your trip happens to be canceled or is cut short by sickness, severe weather, or other covered situations, you can actually be reimbursed up to $5,000 per person and $10,000 per trip for your prepaid, non-refundable travel expenses, including passenger fares, tours, and hotels. And then you're also going to be receiving purchase protection. So this is going to cover new purchases for 120 days against damage or theft, up to $500 per claim and $50,000 per account. And then finally, you're also going to be receiving auto rental collision damage waiver. So basically, all you have to do is decline the rental company's collision insurance and charge the entire rental cost to this card. And then after you do that, the coverage is provided for theft and collision damage for most cars in the US and abroad. Now, the US coverage is going to be secondary to your personal insurance. So this is something you're definitely going to have to keep in mind. So obviously this card has a lot of benefits, but now that we went over the main features of this card, we are now going to go ahead and dive into the APR and fees, because this is obviously super important as well. So starting out, your APR on purchases is going to be anywhere between 21.49 to 28.49% based on your credit worthiness. Now, as far as balance transfers go, if you happen to do a balance transfer, not much of a point on this card, considering there's not going to be like a 0% introductory APR. But if you do happen to do one, the balance transfer APR is going to be anywhere between 21.49 to 28.49%, of course, based on your credit worthiness. And then on this channel, I always recommend to stay far away from cash advances just for obvious reasons. This should not be considered financial advice. This is just something that I personally stay far away from. But if you do happen to take out a cash advance with this card, just know that your APR is going to be 29.99%. And then of course, there's also going to be some fees associated with that as well, which we are going to cover in just a moment. So as far as the fees go with the cash advance, the fees are going to be either $10 or 5% of the amount of each cash advance on top of that 29.99% APR. And then as far as balance transfers go, in addition to the APR on those, there's also going to be a fee of either $5 or 5% of the amount of each transfer. And then as far as foreign transactions go, thankfully with this card, there are no foreign transaction fees. So if you do happen to travel outside the country with this credit card, then you can definitely take it along with you and spend on it because you're not going to be charged extra. There are no foreign transaction fees with this card. And then on top of that, if you happen to have a late or return payment, just know that there is going to be a fee of up to $40. And then finally, of course, every single year, there is going to be that annual fee. With this credit card, there is an annual fee of $95. So now that we went over the main features of the World of Hyatt credit card, as well as the APR and fees, I'm now going to go ahead and dive into what I would consider to be the biggest pros and cons of this credit card. So we're going to start out with the good things. So the first good thing with this credit card is the fact that you can earn up to 60,000 bonus points as long as you're able to match all those qualifications. Now with 60,000 bonus points, you can actually get some pretty good hotels right around the 9,000 point mark, which would be worth right around 6 nights. You can also earn up to 9 points per dollar spent at Hyatt hotels. And then you're also going to be receiving a free night every single year, plus a second free night if you're able to spend at least $15,000 on this card every single year. And then on top of that, if you happen to travel abroad, this is a credit card that you can take with you just because there happens to be no foreign transaction fees. So those are the good things about this credit card. Now to dive into the unfortunate bad things. And the first bad thing is the fact that you are only going to be earning 1 point per dollar spent, not spent at Hyatt hotels, restaurants, online airline tickets, local transit, commuting, fitness clubs, or gym memberships. So for example, if you go out to buy groceries or gas, on those transactions, you are only going to be earning 1 point per dollar spent, which really all in all is not that good. And you should probably consider using another credit card on those groceries and gasoline transactions. Now on top of that, the only other bad thing that I would say about this credit card is the fact that there is going to be an annual fee of $95, but just keep in mind that is pretty much going to be offset by the free night that you are going to be receiving on every single anniversary. So basically in a hotel with the $95 annual fee, you're probably going to get a hotel that's going to be worth at least $95, possibly even more than that. So it pretty much offsets the annual fee. So if you usually stay in a Hyatt hotel every single year, you're probably going to at least offset that annual fee. But for the first year alone, you're getting the most value. For every year after that, you're pretty much breaking even and possibly getting even more out of this card. So just to sum up this card, once again, for the first year alone, you're definitely coming out ahead in a big way. And the second year moving forward, especially if you usually stay at Hyatt hotels, you're probably going to break even and probably even come out ahead from there. But that's all we have for today's review. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.